Hello everyone. So my next question is how do CAV see? But before that, let me give you a general glimpse of how I am researching right now for these brief questions. I just directly go to Google and what autonomous vehicles actually see. This was my first question, and so I saw that. So this is like it gives you a very brief overview of okay what is onboard sensors like LiDAR, cameras, radar, ultrasonic sensors, all those things. And I can for my future questions I can just directly ask how how does CAV perceive their environment. So like any general question that I have right now regarding V2X or CAV research, so I can just directly keep in loop all my questions, and then AI prompt can give you very brief answers about that, or in deep if you want a much deeper and technical answers. So coming back to our next topic, we were on how do CAV see. So for CAV again, there are four main sensor types that work together. This is what I saw, and this is what I worked on. So I believe the first one was camera. Camera for as a device, it what does it do is it it captures visual information. So this is a general. This is so we don't have to take much time on these kind of topics, and so you don't have to go too technical about it. So just a brief that what it does is that can be processed to find color, mapping, lane markings. What else? What else can we see on road? Or things like sign, signpost. If you are just learning about cars, obviously this would be your. If you're applying for a learner's permit, obviously these will be things that you will be learning on. So signboards and other objects. Second one, or second sensor that a CEV gets mounted with is LiDAR. For people who are who are new to this technology, LiDAR is nothing but a short for light detection and ranging. Light detection and ranging. Now, so what it does is it basically uses pulsed lasers to measure distance to objects nearby. Right. So I like a LiDAR system. It emits rapid pulses of light, usually near infrared at target. So something like this. I have prepared this small for for a reference. So this is what a LiDAR does. Place it over here. So what it does is it emits a rapid pulse of light, usually near infrared, at targets like it can be this car or these trees, or to have a 3D perspective of its environment. Now, when the light strikes these objects or any object in its vicinity, it reflects back to the same sensor. And so the system of this LiDAR, it measures the time it takes for the light to return from a vehicle after getting reflected and calculate the exact distance. So nowadays, obviously, LiDARs are so advanced, they've got so much advancement that they can generate whole dense, highly accurate 3D map and points cloud of a whole environment near it, or landscapes, structures. But I will not go deep into this as this is not my main point of focus right now. So just for my own sake, if I want to have a quick, you know, notes for my own sake, I would just say that it emits laser pulses, and what it does is and measures reflections. And what does it build? It builds 3D point clouds to for precise depth and shape. Now our third sensor, or general third sensor out there, is radar. I know many of you would be familiar with the at least the name radar, which is nothing but transmit radio waves and measure reflections, right? So let me just write it down. Transmit radio waves and measures reflections. So what it does is, or what it calculates is distance and velocity of objects. So another thing that I noticed was that it works very well in bad weather too. Works in bad weather too. So like, if someone is driving the car in snow or in heavy rain, obviously the sensors, some of the time the sensor will not work properly. That's where radar comes into picture, so that it can detect the distance and velocity of other objects that are nearby. So notice over here that this is one thing I noticed, that LiDAR does not work well um, in bad weather. So this was one of the things that I came to know. So let me just write it down. So these are some of the points that I'll write these in red, so that I know, these are some of the key points that, if I know, or if I came to know that, LiDAR, it does not work in bad weather. This is a good point of research, I would say. Interest, for all those people who are watching this video and who are interested in LiDAR for CAVs. Now, as a wireless communication guy, this topic isn't very related to my own interest. So notice that this is how I find something as I keep on learning about the basics on a given topic. So for curiosity, comment which other research field can help a wireless communication guy like me in solving these kind of issues. So let's see. So comment for this. And let's have a brief discussion, okay, which all fields can help me in in moving forward with this LiDAR research. Now again, so again, I think we have diverted um, a bit. So coming back, let's come back to our fifth sensor type for CAV, which is so that was ultrasonic. What does ultrasonic do is it uses sound waves for what? For short range detection. Now, where is it useful? If you are thinking that, take some time, what do you think, like where sound waves would be useful for a short range detection for a, for a connected automated vehicle? Pause this video, think for a bit, and then see if it matches my answer. So take a sec. So ultrasonic waves, they work well for proximity, for parking, right? When you have so many dense cars around, you need that is when those sensors work accurately, and also for low speed maneuvers. So these are the five sensors that help a CAV build a comprehensive map of their surroundings, which are camera. We started with camera, then went on to explain LiDAR, then went on to came to know about radars, then where we found a good research point of interest. Then fourth was ultrasonic. I think